notes there in your books. Read the notes there in your books and find out that the conditions where L'Hopital's rule is applicable. And it's in a case where, so the cases where we apply it, for example, where we have 0 over 0 or an infinity over infinity, indeterminate form divided by indeterminate form. Excuse me. And even in a case where we have 0 maybe multiplied by indeterminate form or infinity, can be either a convergence or a negative there, infinity. Or even when we say indeterminate minus indeterminate or infinity. So we call this indeterminate form. So these are indeterminate form. In space there, we'll finish. An indeterminate form. And let me put it in indeterminate form. So this is the case of indeterminate form. So you cannot say error because it's a 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity. So, but it's similar case like here, where we either have minus infinity minus infinity. So we apply L'Hopital's rule in those cases. Because even if in other cases you wanted to take out the common factor, you can't take out the common factor because the functions are different. It's either a logarithmic or let's say a linear function or a trigonometric functions. And L'Hopital's rule is applicable when the function must have an existing limit. And again, the function must not be discontinuous. The function must not be discontinuous. Like one which we did, I don't remember. Yeah, just like in case the rectangular hyperbola, the function is discontinuous. And we plot in another function. So it doesn't tend to infinity discontinuous from infinity and goes to another section. But we don't apply L'Hopital's rule. So it's applicable in this way, L'Hopital's rule. Let me just put L there just to say it's L'Hopital's rule. But it's still a function, right? Let's say f of x. Let's say we have a limit of a function when x approaches a, then you have f of x all divided by g of x. So f of x divided by g of x. So in a case when we substitute and we get these conditions up here, if you substitute, we get those conditions there. We start to differentiate numerator and denominator independently. So what we're going to do, we transform the function in a way, L'Hopital's rule way, to find a limit if we have substituted and got this indeterminate form. So we're going to say f prime of x independently and say g prime of x independently and get a derivative of the denominator. When we're done, we're going to substitute the value of a and say f of a and g prime of a. And we'll get the limits. If let's say we substitute, we still get an indeterminate form undefined in this way. We repeat L'Hopital's law. If the limit is still undefined, therefore repeat L'Hopital's rule. You repeat L'Hopital's rule. L'Hopital's rule, you repeat L'Hopital's rule. L'Hopital's rule. So you repeat L'Hopital's rule. If let's say the function is still undefined, or we get an indeterminate form to say, indeterminate form. So we repeat. I will try one example. So let's say, for example, maybe we have a limit of a function when x Can we use 0 when x approaches 0? We have ln x, or let's say divided by x in that case. So ln x all over x. X divided by so in that case, let us find the limit of the function. Okay, so do direct substitutions and tell me what you're getting. So say ln 0 over 0. So ln or ln 0 is equals to what? It says error, right? So we have something like this. All divided by 0. So we still have another indeterminate form, and we cannot say infinity divided by 0 is still getting another case. So what we need to try and do, we say this is an undefined situation. So specify undefined. So it's undefined. And therefore, we state that we are applying L'Hopital's rule. Apply L'Hopital's rule. So apply L'Hopital's rule. Now applying L'Hopital's rule, limit x approaches 0. We have to derivate ln x independently, the numerator. Right? So what is the derivative of ln x? So it's 1 over x. Derivative of x. So it's 1, isn't it? Yeah. So we derivate numerator and denominator independently. That is L'Hopital's rule. And from there, we can try and substitute and see how much we're getting. So we know that is 1 over 0. What do we get? Mhm. 1 over 0. So it is infinity. So it diverges or it is infinity. So the limit doesn't exist there. So that's why normally L'Hopital's rule, even if you want to try and apply it, it doesn't do justice. So at least it says in determinate form. This one was saying the limit doesn't exist. So here we don't have a limit. It does exist, but it does contribute to infinity when it's approaching 0. So in that case, please recall in how to use L'Hopital's rule. You must have a fraction. If you don't have a fraction, do not apply L'Hopital's rule. So you must have a fraction. If you don't have a fraction and then you have to find a limit, it's not working. You must use your method of simplification that you know, factorization, um, addition of fractions, applying exponential loss to make sure you have a fraction numerator and denominator. I think I did upload some more videos. Please check them out for more examples, to even understand examples in your book. I want to check one exercise here to explain. My energy is dropping. Okay, let's say maybe check this. I think this can explain. So let's say we have limit when x approaches negative infinity. We have x squared multiplied by e to the 4 x. Right? Yes. So we need to find the limit of the function. John, how's it? Good, good. Mhm. So we have to look into that one. So if by inspection we If let's say, in fact, try and do direct substitution, that's the first thing you need to do. So when you substitute our convergence there, negative infinity times e to the power of negative negative, which is going to be plus. So I want you to see there you have a negative divergence there, then times that. So use your calculator and say e to the power of 1 million, e to the power of 1 million. You'll see what you get. E to the power of 1 million. It says error, right? Represent that error there is indeterminate form. So again, we're not having a defined limit. So we need to try and make sure that we find what is the limit of the function, because this gives you error, error, error. It's an indeterminate form, an undefined situation. So it is undefined. So therefore now that's where you say apply what? Apply L'Hopital's law. Apply L'Hopital's law. And applying L'Hopital's law, and it exists in a way when you have a rational form. So the functions that you have there, they're not rational. You still have product of functions. So you cannot say you're derivating numerator and denominator. You need to simplify first. I hope it's clear. So we need to try and say limit. Then when x approaches negative infinity, it converges then. So how can we simplify the function then to have what we call a fraction or a rational form? We have to divide by to make sure we have a fraction. We do? Yeah, but there is there in your book. You'll see it further. But here you need to choose. How do you choose? If you can take these to the denominator, it's going to be negative x to the power of negative 2. But if you know by derivatives, if you derivate a negative exponent, it keeps on adding the magnitude. When you subtract negative 2 by negative 1, it goes to negative 3. So which means you need to try and take e to the denominator and have x to the power of 2. All divided by e to the power of negative what? X. The exponent changes and becomes negative. That is exponential loss. So I'm recalling something, I must say recall. So please make sure recall exponential loss, logarithmic rules, addition of fractions, because in your Math 5 you do applications in your calculus. So I hope you see we have a fraction. We can derivate numerator and denominator independently. Because I've taken this to the denominator, the exponent changes and becomes a negative value. So apply L'Hopital's rule, then now it will be equals to derivate numerator and denominator. So we'll have what? 2x. Then all divided by must be negative e to the power of negative x. Remember when you derivate an exponential function, e to the power of x, it must be e to the power of x, the function always appears, multiplied by the derivative of the exponent, and multiplied by ln of the base. So normally with a natural logarithm, and the ln is 1, so hence we just have the derivative most of the time of the exponent. So that's why we saw that derivative of negative x is negative 1. I hope you still recall that. So we just applied a lot of rules. See, you still have to apply L'Hopital's rules, but you apply differentiation and exponential laws. So please do what we call direct substitutions again. So it's 2, therefore It's going to be positive. So I hope you see we still have 2 times a bigger number, still an undefined situation. I hope you see. It's an indeterminate form. Cannot define that and multiply still. And the lower one, we know that e to the power of a million. You remember it gives you what? So we have an undefined. So we still have infinity over infinity. So we still have this case now. Indeterminate divided by indeterminate form. It means we have to, if the limit is still undefined, repeat L'Hopital's law. So we have to repeat. So we specify, we still have an undefined. Undefined. So we have to repeat. So repeating in the same function, we derivate. So we have limit. We derivate 2x, which is going to be 2. Then x approaches negative infinity, all divided by the derivative of the exponential function. I hope you see now it will be a positive e to the power of negative x, because derivative of the exponent is negative 1. It multiplies the coefficient, it becomes positive. Okay. I'm not going to force it. In there. So we wrap it up. We substitute now. We substitute. Therefore, okay, let's substitute. So 2 all divided by e to the power of infinity. It was negative, so I just substituted that and becomes positive. Now, you have 2 divided by. You said what is e to the power of infinity? It says what? It's an indeterminate form, infinity. Therefore, we remember that what is 2 divided by infinity? It's approximately 0. So it's bigger number, a smaller number divided by a bigger number, approximately 0. So the limit of the function when x approaches negative infinity, when it converges, it is equals to 0. At 0, the function is undefined. Okay, I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear. Yeah. Who has this continue? Still saying. Okay, I think it tripped that side. It tripped. But at least it tripped while we we're there. It tripped when we we're there. Okay, any questions?